Formula One fans, I'm about to drop something massive on you. Ferrari has a championship-winning car in their hands right now, and they are genuinely capable of going all the way. Charles Leclerc's victory at Silverstone with Lewis Hamilton on the third step of the podium is not some isolated result. It is concrete, definitive proof that the prancing horse has finally built a car capable of fighting for the title at any circuit on the calendar. And I'm going to explain exactly why the situation has changed so dramatically compared to the start of the season. Nearly 20 extra horsepower found through a more aggressive hybrid map and a reduction in drag. The first Aduo already secured, with the second one expected within the next 5 races, targeting the turbocharger directly. A third major aerodynamic package already in development, set to debut at Zandvoort right after the summer break. A Leclerc reborn and back to the absolute level of his very best days. Hamilton providing a winning technical direction, as revealed by an incredible behind-the-scenes simulator story you'll get to in just a moment. And the cherry on top, even Toto Wolff had to openly admit that Ferrari has done something special on the energy side. The Scuderia is now past their 250th victory in history. John Elkann stepped forward personally to celebrate the unity of the team. And Maurizio Arrivabene has certified that on aerodynamics, Ferrari is now ahead of everyone. If you don't want to miss a single update on Ferrari and Formula One, drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date. Now let's get straight into the detailed analysis. Let's start with the definitive proof that Ferrari finally has a championship car on their hands. Silverstone was supposed to be an unfavorable track for the SF26. Those long straights should have exposed the power deficit heavily. And yet the Scuderia set the pace from Friday of sprint qualifying. That fact alone says everything. When a car can win at a circuit that on paper works against it, it means the overall package has finally reached world-class level. Victory number 250 in the Scuderia's history arrived exactly where everyone expected a defensive battle, and that detail cannot be underestimated. It confirms that the work of Loic Serra, Diego Tondi, Frank Sanchez, and every single person in red is finally bearing fruit at exactly the right moment. The SF26 keeps growing race after race. Now let's look at the technical leap that made this victory possible, and what really changed between Austria and Silverstone. First of all, the altitude of the Red Bull Ring had prevented Ferrari from pushing the power unit to its limit. At Silverstone, the situation was completely different, with a far more aggressive hybrid map combined with a drag reduction achieved through the new aerodynamic updates. The team gained a jump quantified at around 15 kilowatts, which translates to almost 20 extra horsepower. Ferrari optimized the entire SF26 package and put Mercedes under enormous pressure on a track that was supposed to be the Silver Arrows territory. And this was acknowledged openly by Toto Wolff himself during Sunday afternoon. Ferrari has done something on the energy side, those were his exact words. A massive admission from someone who does not usually hand out compliments to his rivals. And now comes the most stunning technical inside story of the whole weekend, the one that shows exactly how Hamilton is steering Ferrari in a winning direction. The 7-time world champion revealed that the Ferrari simulator was pointing toward a very different setup from what Lewis and his engineers had been working with for months. But Hamilton trusted his own instinct and experience, following the direction he had already identified as the right one. Charles started with the setup the simulator recommended, but during the weekend he shifted toward Hamilton's philosophy, and in the end, that turned out to be the winning choice. That is an enormous detail because it shows that Lewis is bringing a massive technical added value to the development process of the Scuderia. The direction I've been pushing is paying off, the 7-time champion said, in his own words. With a driver of this caliber guiding the development, Ferrari has one more weapon in their arsenal for the championship fight. And here comes another huge piece of news that makes the title challenge genuinely credible. Charles Leclerc is finally shining again like a true championship-level driver. After difficult weeks where he had lost his feeling with the SF26, the Monegasque was refreshingly honest. Before this weekend, we expected a tough race here at Silverstone, and we thought Spa would be even harder. Given that we won, maybe we are closer than we thought. Charles added that his focus is on rediscovering those same sensations. If I get that feeling back, I'm convinced I can extract the maximum from the car. A Leclerc. This calm, this determined, and finally in harmony with the machine is a very serious problem for everyone else. You don't win a championship with just one driver at the top. You need a devastating duo, and Ferrari finally has exactly that. Now comes the news that really solidifies the championship car argument. According to information gathered by AutoRacer, a Duo 2 is expected within the next 5 races and will intervene directly on the turbocharger. One of the components where Vasseur's team believes they can still recover a significant margin over the competition. Remember that Ferrari chose to fit a slightly smaller turbo to get better power delivery at low revs and at the start. But with a Duo 2, they will finally be able to close that remaining power gap, separating them from Mercedes. Considering that a Duo 1 combined with the more aggressive hybrid map already delivered 20 horsepower, a Duo 2 could bring the SF26 to the very level of the benchmark engine. And if the power unit reaches that point, with aerodynamics already superior, the picture changes dramatically and Ferrari becomes the strongest car on the grid. That is the leap that could make all the difference in the second half of the season. And this is where the strategic picture for the championship gets even more exciting. The development curve of the SF26 is still climbing steeply, and that's even before factoring in a Duo. The aerodynamic team led by Loic Serra already has the third major aero package in development, targeting introduction right after the summer break, with Zandvoort as the ideal debut. That means when the season resumes, Ferrari will arrive with another technical hammer blow for their rivals. The 2 packages already introduced in Miami and Barcelona made the car somewhere between 7 and 8 tenths faster compared to its launch specification. If the third package brings even half that improvement, combined with the benefits of a Duo 2, Ferrari becomes a virtually unstoppable machine. Meanwhile, Mercedes chose not to bring significant updates even at Silverstone, with the bulk of their development only arriving after the summer break. Now let's hear from a very authoritative voice on the matter. Maurizio Arrivabene, guest on Race Anatomy on Sky, the man who delivered a Silverstone victory himself with Sebastian Vettel back in 2018. The former Scuderia team principal said it plainly. At Silverstone, the Ferrari performance doesn't surprise me. It's an aerodynamic circuit, which means Ferrari has made real progress on the aerodynamic side. On the engine, Mercedes is still stronger, but this is a great battle. A highly credible certification. Aero advantage already with Ferrari, and with a Duo 2 on the way to close the final engine gap, the picture becomes complete. Wolff has already pointed fingers at Ferrari's development, hinting that the budget cap will run out soon. A sharp accusation to which Vasseur responded firmly, speaking of allegations of cheating. A clear signal of just how much the Scuderia is being feared right now. And we close with the most symbolic move of all, Ferrari president John Elkann stepping personally in front of the Sky Sport microphones to celebrate the moment. "Congratulations to all of Ferrari," he said. "These are 250 victories, and the very first one came right here at Silverstone, many years ago. It matters for our history, but above all for the present and the future." And then came the most powerful and meaningful line of all, with a clear championship message behind it. When Ferrari and everyone who works at Ferrari work together, from the drivers all the way to the whole team, great things happen. A crystal clear political message aimed straight at the world title. Elkann feels the moment. He knows the car is there, and he is charging up the entire environment for the final assault on the championship. Ferrari truly has all the cards in their hands to go and fight for the title. Victory number 250 on a supposedly unfavorable track. Nearly 20 extra horsepower from the aggressive hybrid and reduced drag. a Duo 2 arriving within 5 races to close the final engine gap. A third aerodynamic package ready for Zandvoort after the summer break. Leclerc reborn and back to championship level. Hamilton steering the team in a winning direction, as proven by the simulator story. Wolff openly acknowledging Ferrari's masterpiece on the energy side. Arrivabene certifying the aerodynamic supremacy. And Elkann personally stepping in to fire up the entire team. The championship car is there. The championship drivers are there. The team is working as a unit in a way that hasn't been seen in years. The second half of the season can genuinely change history. This fight is far from over.